sure, but it's gonna be on 16-bit LE. Toot. It's gonna be JackDReaper on to the bottom left, gonna be playing the pink Terran. On the other hand, eXo.Specs switching back to red. He was blue a while ago. Maybe blue is his lucky color, or maybe because he lost while he was red, but now he's blue. But now he won when he was blue. Now he's red again. So maybe, just maybe, JackDReaper has the advantage in terms of color because he has been consistent with that pink in the first place. So looking at this map right now, 2 entranceway. Oh no, that's not an entranceway. That is a safe expansion. So I expect both players to go for the wall in. So yeah, exactly. So barracks and supply depot here for Terran. It's gonna be a pylon gateway for the Protoss, and this is gonna be a safe expansion here from ground forces. We're gonna be sitting some anti-air. Are you gonna go now? Okay, fine. Didn't tell me. I feel so lied to. Anyway. I'm sad now. I is sad now. But it is what it is. It's not meant to be sometimes, guys.
Everything.
But where was I? I had nothing else to say anyway in this part. So yeah, cyber pylon, just the base standard stuff right there. And I'm really enjoying the fact that there is a safe expansion in this map. So this actually suits JackDReaper more, this map type, because once again he plays aerial a lot. So eXo.Specs really needs. Oh no, the refinery being put up there by Jack. Just, you know, not allowing the probe to put the simulator there. It's gonna take a while for eXo.Specs to actually use the second base to its full fruition, and SCV gets away with 5 HP. Warp Gate coming out. Oh no, it's gonna be a Chrono Surge onto a Stalker to just get rid of any and all kind of harassment, especially this refinery, and Jack can easily cancel that at any time. So as we were saying about this map, there has to be cannons here, either cannons or Stalker, or this is gonna be a free staging point here for the Terran. And already the Reaper gonna be coming out to do some harassment. The Stalker already taking care of the 2 refineries put up by JackDReaper, and this actually puts a big hamper there in whatever eXo.Specs was planning. Just getting rid of all those fast upgrades, getting rid of all the adept play as well. He had to commit all his gas onto this lone Stalker to just play defensively, so he can't go for the harassment so far. Then maybe triple pumping out those Stalkers. No, triple queuing rather. Like if you get triple pump, it's like this one, right? This is double pumping. So the Marines gonna be coming out in full force in tandems. Buy one take one. Command center being put up already. So both second bases should come up at around the same time. But in terms of income, pretty even as well. I actually didn't notice that both players did the exact same thing to each other. Just an assimilator there and a refinery there. But this assimilator is actually finished, so there's gonna be no cancel. That is gonna be a commitment of the minerals. And now the SCV is being transferred over. It's gonna be work time here for the SCVs. The probes being cranked out as well. So now with the mine being placed out, real question is, where is this gonna go? Will we see already some drop play once again here from Jack? Will he go for the medevac with the Widow mine, put it into the middle? When I say Widow, I keep like my mouth wants to say Widowmaker instead of Widow mine, just from all that Overwatch. But yeah, probes are being transferred, and in terms of production, we will see a Twilight and a Robo Gate coming out as well. So is it gonna be Warp Prism into Immortal play, or is it gonna be a Fast Observer, just, you know, a little afraid of the Banshee play? Triple Warp Gate now is out, so it's 3 Gate 1 Robo. It's gonna be an old standard build right there. Still, I've seen that way too many times. I've done that way too many times as well. And I usually transition into Warp Prism into the double Immortal, and it's gonna be the Observer first and foremost. Just go for some scouting. Oh, but thank you for the follow there, EO-Terror. So yeah, the medevac gonna be queued up all the way into the mineral line, and this is gonna be pretty bad here for JackDReaper. But still, I'm impressed by eXo.Specs. Has the Observer, can spot out the Widow mine when it's actually placed. The cannon now comes out, and once again, the timings here from eXo.Specs very on point. He also has this sixth sense of when the drop play is gonna be coming out. He saw that the 111 was gonna come out, so by around this time, by the 5-minute mark, expecting it, and here comes the drop. The cannon though isn't up and about, so the probes have to run away. The Widowmine just getting back, doesn't want to shoot the one probe, so you can always just do that, guys. You can just get one probe to, you know, be a pain. Just take the damage. The Widowmine just trying to set up once again. Good micro here coming out from both players so far, and now the charge gonna come out from eXo.Specs. But once again, I question. Oh, thank you for the follow there, JackDR. So this is your game right here. But I question when you go for Blink Stalkers. I don't know why he's going for charge first. He should be going for Blink because he has the Stalkers anyway. He can queue up those Zealots real quick, that's for sure. But he's using the minerals there to build up some buildings, build up those gateways, build up those probes as well, and might be using it for the expansion. So now the Widowmine just perched here onto the third base. And this allows Jack to actually get the third base freely, so he's gonna have a quick little economy advantage, has those mules as well, but pretty even so far for both squads. Army supply, it's JackDReaper with around 28 to 20 workers, very even as well. In terms of upgrades now, no +1s yet for either side. Charge is available, but we do not still see any zealots. Finally, an Immortal comes out, and where's he gonna be going? It's queued up all the way to the base, but okay, Mr. Immortal. Oh, okay, he's actually gonna go for the engagement right here. Gonna try to go for a little harass play. Has the four-legged army once again. Gonna perch out the front, and this probe is gonna die. Yeah, he's oh, okay, that's new. I didn't know that. So apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, but Widowmines show themselves now when they're rearming. So does it need the observer right there, I guess? I'm not sure. Does the observer see it? Maybe it saw it in the corner, but it is what it is. Just a solid hit right there on the probe. Not really as worth it as it could be, but that does delay the third expansion for quite a bit, and eXo.Specs has to put a little more effort. And now he's really low on minerals and gas, just trying to pump out as much army as he can. Where is the spending? So yeah, in terms of army though, it's gonna be Colossus right now coming out from eXo.Specs. In terms of army, just Jack with all the with the same trick. I love this trick here from Jack. He knows this is his map, and he's gonna go for the drop play. Gonna be putting it right around here. Just gonna try to circumvent those cannons. He can actually use the accelerator there to get past the cannon. This cannon, just fly off like this. Maybe go to the main base. He might notice that there is no cannon there. And in the meantime, just the Protoss setting up in front. And the structure of the gate here for eXo.Specs isn't the best for this four-legged army. It's while the Colossus can walk up and down the cliff, the Stalkers and the Immortals have to funnel in, so it'll be a little slower. Scan comes out and he spots out the double cannon. He's gonna use the thrusters to just circumnavigate this, and he's gonna put the drop here. The Marines and the Marauders now doing as much damage as they can. Stim comes out, the probe's trying to go for a last hoorah push. The robots are gonna be pulled off the middle line. The star falls, and here comes the Colossus trying to go for the melt play, but the medevac gonna fly off into the sunset. But this medevac really low. Is he gonna get hit? Oh, that is a huge damage. That is a huge damage there onto that medevac. It was the one filled up. So this one had only 2 people. It was like, this is literally the needs of the few outweighing the needs of the many instead of the other way around. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Mules being set up. Here come the Marine and the Marauders come again. It's gonna be round 2 right here for JackDReaper. He's pinging himself as well. Probably just pressed out by mistake. And here we go for, it's gonna be like deja vu here for the Protoss in this defense. Shield barriers being put up, but this is not gonna be a frontal engage here from the Terran. Just, you know, scouting around, just flying around, trying to see the frontal defense here from the Protoss. Yeah, the middle lines now show when rearming. Thanks, Jack. Yeah, a few balance changes. I've been acclimating to a few balance changes here and there. I was really surprised when I saw a recall, honestly, on the Nexus, and you know, Chrono Surge back to Wings of Liberty style. So in the meantime, small engagement right there. Both armies just, you know, getting away. The medevacs just gonna fly off into the sunset, finally blink, and Thermal Lance is out and about. So we might see some more Giraffes being placed. But here comes the more drop play here from JackDReaper, getting rid of the pylon, now working on to the Nexus, and they're gonna fly away. It's the Zealots. The Zealots just like cursing the day that flight was invented in the first place. Could actually just trust their side blades there, but it is what it is. The sentry now gonna be, you know, just gonna give a quick little poke there to the medevac. And look at the vision here from eXo.Specs. He's already supply block and he only has this as a forward point. The observer just gonna keeping up, and here comes the attack once again. Scan comes out to maybe look for DT, maybe look for a backwards defense here, but the photon cannon not in the best spot right now. There's gonna be a lot of economical damage here coming out from JackDReaper onto eXo.Specs. The charge comes out onto the Marines. Stimpack is there, and they're gonna go for the stutter step back to back off, but it's gonna be an engagement here. The medevac does finally load in those poor Marine marauders. Gonna fly off, and they're just hovering here. They're just watching the zealots, just giving them, just taunting them and that kind of thing. The warp prism though is out in the bot. 4 zealots are here, but the elongated warp in time with the warp prism makes those warp ins less effective. The Vikings are in defense. Supply depots are being put up, but the lone SCP gets caught outside, and that's why you don't go for a smoke break, guys. When you're at war, the Vikings gonna force to back off thanks to the stalkers. And in the meantime, the Marine Marauders just staying inside their base, doesn't want to come out onto that oncoming Protoss army. Warp Prism there, putting back a new Stalker. And the Medivacs, scouting a bit, but not really the best spot for them. Scan comes out. It's pretty much just micro in terms of the all command. Like, you try to get this specific unit and you end up bringing them all in instead. So, is eXo.Specs gonna engage onto supply depots? Yes, he is. Not really getting rid of the rocks. Instead, could have gotten a few pot shots here and there. The Vikings taking care of the giraffe. The Colossus does die, but 4 Vikings are traded in response. The lone Viking here, the lost Viking, staying alive, just doing some damage there. And what is that? Oh, that's a recall! But why would you recall in front of your opponent like that? The giraffe easily falls. But maybe, just maybe, that was the smart decision. Could have actually went for the blink instead. Like, if you're gonna lose the giraffe like that, could have went for the stalker blink out then the recall, so at least your stalkers would all survive. It's a little nitpick right there. I know, I don't think in this game I should be nitpicking too much. Like, I can nitpick in Overwatch because I'm like GM there, Master GM, but I'm not a fucking god here in StarCraft. But so if you guys think that's too much, I would appreciate some feedback right there. But it is what it is. It's a micro game. Mistakes happens every time. And now he comes to engage at the Vikings though, flying into the Stalkers. They lose 2 already before they transform. A pretty bad engagement right there for the Viking squad, but the Fireball more than makes up for it, doing so much damage here onto the oncoming Stalkers. But the Disruptor does get a hit, but this time it's not anymore. You can put the Disruption into the middle. It is going to be the first person it hits, so JackDReaper just taking a little damage there. Could have been more catastrophic with, like, unlike maybe Banelings or something. No, the Zealots gonna go for the charge in, but the Marauders are already on it, taking care of them. Stimpack is out, and these Marauders just staying alive. The Marines as well, and the Medevac's going for the heals, but they barely have energy. I think they ran out of band-aids here. They have to go to Mercury to try and buy some more in the first place. Few more shots being traded. The Disruptor going for a hit, and that's gonna blow up in the face of the Marines after charging down. That's gonna be a few hits there, but he's gonna be losing the third base. At this rate, it's taking a while for eXo.Specs to actually build them up. And look at the supply count. It's gonna be 70 to 140, 151 actually. And the army supply, it's almost ×3 here for JackDReaper. This looks very bad here for eXo.Specs. Scans come out. It's gonna be Disruptor out in front. Not the best spot there for the glowing ball. The Stalkers die one by one, just trying to crawl away. The Immortal is there, but the Pylon is gonna be shut down. So good. Luckily, there is gonna be Pylon in the front line. Oh, the Disruptor gets taken out. Just being a display ball out in front. Instead, the Vikings just flying around, giving vision there to the Marines. They even get rid of the debris there for eXo.Specs. Very kind of them, but this isn't gonna be kind right here. This is gonna be an absolute slaughter as the Medvacs, as the Marines, the Marauders all come in. The Vikings just being the shields, just hovering around the jets. This is gonna be a waste of budget there for the Terran Dominion, but it's gonna be absolutely worth it to take care of the Protoss ground forces. The Stalkers having to back away. The Zealots are going to back into the fight, but they're going to charge in to their demise. The probes are there to just watch this, but this might be the game here because JackDReaper all over the base, and it's going to be GG. Well played there from eXo.Specs. JackDReaper takes it, and what I noticed from StarCraft, it's really hype, but it goes down in a whimper. Like, there's no popping victory screen, there's no that thing. It's just like, we're done. Like, you get it when you're playing, but this replay is just like, oh, okay, we're done. That's the end, and kind of disappoints me. That's for sure. Maybe I should have my own victory screen. I'll just probably get a clip from Overwatch or something. But it is what it is. JackDReaper just keeping the pressure on, and the drop play, the map suits it. his playstyle suits it. Very well deserved there from the Medivac master. And just I really enjoy seeing the Marine Marauder Medivac. It's very very old school. It's something I'm actually very familiar with, and he applies so much pressure to various points of the map that he's able to macro up to make those Marines, Marauders, and Medivacs even stronger. Have those upgrades out. So that he pumps out combat shield, stimpak, and concussive shot pretty much all at the same time after that first attack, and that was a very very impressive play there from the Terran. I only blame eXo.Specs for switching out from blue to red once again. He lost twice in red, he won once in blue, so that is the biggest reason why he lost that game. And yeah, we are gonna move on to a next one.